Welcome back to Riding Bikes in San Diego. We are riding down the road in Presidio Park right now. We're going to head to the Morena area, and I want to show you a couple of gaps in the bike lane around that neighborhood because it's a neighborhood that has a lot of potential. And we have a few other videos on it before, but I also just wanted to run into y'all. Turns out I can earn on YouTube now. This is a thing, I guess. After years of doing this, like 3 or 4 years, I can now, I guess, get paid to do this, which would be interesting. I seem to have the option to offer memberships. So if there's something you'd like for some kind of membership to this channel, let's talk about that in the comments. Like, if I put up a thing where it's like $4 or something a month, and you get some kind of exclusive content or things like that, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear what you're into and what I could maybe provide for people if I'm going to take some money for this, which is a little bit of a weird idea. I don't love money. I don't love capitalism. I ride a bike, so but I'm here to think about it if you're here with me. So we just got to the bottom of Presidio, and I wanted to get out from behind the pickup truck that was behind me, so I negotiated with that driver. And now the bike lane, there is a bike lane here on Taylor further back behind us, but it dissolves. We're heading into a Caltrans area. I wonder if the math from that median, I'm just going to ease up for a second, let these drivers make their right turn, and then I'm in a Class 3 bike lane, or as we call it, a Sharo, right? And that, of course, quickly merges into a single lane and becomes this weird buffer median, and I have to negotiate crossing this off-ramp from the 8 interstate. But hey, that goes into a bike lane. It's got the green paint and everything, right? And what I think is really interesting, and what I want to point out here for people who are saying I shouldn't be riding here, there is an entrance coming up on the right, entrance exit, to one of the best bike lanes in all of San Diego. It's right here after the underpass, and I'll move that window so that you can see it. That's a great world-class bike entrance there. You'd think that people might want to use it to get off to go into this neighborhood at Morena, but as soon as we pass this off-ramp, we get nothing. And it's really treacherous. This is an area you will not catch me riding with my child in. We got the Sharos, and I know I should be in the middle of that lane, and I'm negotiating that, but I'm actually looking for something else. I was distracted looking to see if there's another entrance exit to the bike path on the other side of the road, so I knew I'd be moving slower. Also, I'm moving slower because I happen to be riding a bike that I just recently built up, and the gearing is specifically slower on that, but we'll talk about that more in just a minute. The bike lane starts up again, though. I don't know how people are casually supposed to get from the other green paint to this green paint, but it is pretty treacherous. It's so treacherous that, and then it stops. But I need to get over to the left there, so I'm just going to pick myself up onto this giant median. Rather than go around the corner, I would have had to make a left. I have to run an errand in this area back here. So rather than negotiate a couple of traffic lights and loop around like other drivers are, I just carried my bike over and I go down that embankment. I come up the embankment, I cross the street, and now we get some bike lane here. The funny thing, especially for folks in San Diego, I'll tell you about, is that this parking lot next to me on the right is a parking lot for some businesses, but also the trolley station in this neighborhood. So this trolley stop serves this Morena area, and just up the hill in front of us and to the left is University of San Diego. This is a major transit hub for them also, but this neighborhood is not necessarily friendly to walk around in and bike in. So I'm actually heading towards that trolley stop, but like I said, I'm working on another bike, so I'm having some gearing problems, which actually brings me to an idea. If I offered some kind of membership, would people, if you're a member, what if I provided content specifically about the bikes I'm riding and about the things I'm doing to them and about gear I'm using? I mean, does that sound interesting? If I offered maybe, one of those a month or something like that, you tell me. I'd love to know more about what you value and what you're interested in. Um, I'm just making adjustments to a barrel adjuster for an internal gear hub that I picked up at the swap meet, actually. I can make whole videos about just what I get at the swap meet, which I've thought about doing in the past, but I thought this wasn't that kind of channel, but maybe it is. Um, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep riding. And I don't know why there's not a bike lane here. I mean, I see that there's a bunch of parking, but we're approaching the trolley station. This is the kind of last block that people taking transit really need. The trolley is an excellent way to move your bike around also. I actually considered dipping on the trolley here and taking it east a bit, but like I said, I wanted to dial this bike in a bit. It's really strange. The cable just keeps stretching, so I have to keep making adjustments to it, but I think that's what happens with new equipment sometimes. I'm going to take this left. Again, this intersection is just, you'd think it would be built for bikes. And here's the kicker. It's connecting to a protected bike lane right here. And from here, we're going to get to a YMCA, a lot of residential area, a few shops and everything. And we're also heading towards an area that is being majorly developed. I don't know where that development is in process right now, but I mean, hundreds, if not thousands, of more people are going to be living along this bike lane in the next few years. And I mean, what if it connected to a tight network in Morena? Like, that would just be really magnificent. So I just wanted to show you a couple of those little gaps in that Morena area. It could be a great place for shopping. It could be a great place to get important things done. That neighborhood has a brewery that I really like. It has a lot of like design showrooms are over there. Like, there's a stone yard, and there's a pet vet somewhere in there. I used to bring a chicken in there to get help every so often, but anyway, I was just cutting through that neighborhood real fast and found some disconnects, so I wanted to show it to you. Also, let's talk about membership. I'll throw it in the title of this video also, so that we know what we're getting into. Morena Boulevard and membership possibilities. So thanks so much for coming along with me, and we are going to make it through this yellow light, stay in our protected bike lane, and we are going to drive less and ride a bike. Thanks.